Hello guys, it's Jenny Jen the Plant Friend. Welcome to my channel. If you are a first-time viewer, thank you for clicking on this video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this video today. If you're a returning subscriber, I always appreciate you guys. Thank you for all your comments and support as we navigate this season, but you guys have been doing great. Thank you. So today I don't have any plant care. Wow, I know I could come up with some, but I won't. No, today I wanted to do kind of a fun video. I like to look back from time to time and just see how my plants are doing, plants that are still with me, because you know some plants have gone to plant heaven and others are just hanging in there. So today's video is going to be about that. These plants are not showcased on my channel a lot. Some I know the names of, and some I tried to look up the names. I'm just not sure, because what I was told that the plant is, it's not what is coming up. So if when I get to one of those, I'll let you guys know. And if you know what it is, please leave a comment so that I can label this thing. So, but yeah, again, welcome to the channel. So let's get started. So the first genus, I guess you would say, that I want to spotlight is my Rhipsalis. Like, I have lots of little odd looking little plants that, now to my knowledge, this is a Rhipsalis, and by the way, there are over 35 different species of Rhipsalis. So whatever I named it, if it's not correct, it's okay if you correct me. Gently correct me. But yeah, so this one, I think this one is called the caterpillar form Rhipsalis, and it's so wonky. It hasn't grown very much. Actually, this whole piece is about the extent of the growth. Well, actually, that's not true. It has grown, but I don't really know what to do with this guy. It has lots of little area roots coming out of it. I don't know if I should be spritzing it or well, watering it might help, but anyway, I'll do that in a minute because it is bone dry. But yeah, so this guy has been with me for about 2 years now, and it did start out very small. It's a slow grower. I shouldn't say it isn't growing at all. It's just a slow grower. But yeah, so if you know the name of this guy, I'm calling it a caterpillar Rhipsalis. If that is not correct, I'm okay with you correcting me, okay, on this guy, on any of the ones that I named today. Because again, these have been around, but they're those kind of plants that just kind of grow really wonky, and you just enjoy them for, you know, what they look like or whatever, until you tend to forget about them a lot of times because they don't require a lot of care. So the next plant, I'm going to just stick with the Rhipsalis and get those out of the way, and then we'll go to some other plants. So this next one, I was told that this is a elliptical Rhipsalis. Okay, whoa. Well, I need to, got roots coming out of the bottom there, but yeah, so I was told that this is a pencil cactus, an elliptical cactus, but another Rhipsalis. She has a new growth point. She has a new growth. They come in very lime green, very light, and then they darken to this darker green that you see here. And this one grows on a plant studio just out. Like, I'm not giving these plants any particular special care or anything like that, but I love the wonkiness of this plant. I love the way it grows and just sort of stretches out and just spins off. It makes a Y. I call that my Y. And then makes another one and just continues. Like, this is all new growth down here as well. That little piece there is new growth as well. But yeah, so this one, pencil cactus, Rhipsalis pencil cactus. Not sure the botanical name for this plant. Okay, and so the next plant that I'm going to show you, this plant my husband bought for me, and at the time he told me that it was a dreadlock cactus. But when I Google that, that is not what comes up. So if you know what this guy is, name that plant. So yeah, this series is called Name That Plant, if you haven't figured it out by now. But I love the way this one grows, and I have it in this extra clear vase because she grows down, and her leaves, I guess, are so long that I don't want them to, I want to give them some height. So I put her in this, and then I can watch the water reservoir, and she can continue to stretch out. But I love the way this one grows. She has some new growth going on down in there. She has a pattern on her leaves, which I'm not sure. When I tried to search for this one, it said that this is a Dracaena or a Centauveria. I don't think that's what this is. But you can name that plant. Yeah, and so... but whatever she is, I love her. I love the way she's growing. I like the setup except for the algae that's at the bottom. But other than that, she's doing great. And so, yeah, this is my plant that I don't have any idea what it is, but love her anyway. Okay, and then the next plant is... I do know what the name of this one is. Yay! You guys don't have to name this one. So weird, though. Let me just pick her up. I know, right? This rabbit's foot fern or squirrel's foot fern, it's called different things, is literally taking over the pot, this part of it. Now, I don't know if those are supposed to be white or brown. She's not in the best condition, but whatever these things are called, they are taking over. They are down. I have an extra little pot. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to pick her up. Lift her up out of the pot here. And so, but yeah, so that's what she looks like. You see how she's growing down all around the pot like that? I don't know how to repot this guy. I don't know if she needs to be repotted, but I really want you guys, I hope you can see what I'm talking about. See how she's growing down around the pot? The rabbit foot fern, fuzzy rhizomes, creepy, slowly outward, small dark green, triangular fronds. That's this guy. It can grow up to 6 inches long. Excellent hanging basket plant if you're looking. But she's been around for a while. She was the first year I started collecting. I saw this one on Plantarina and purchased it, and so we've gotten to this now. There are no roots coming out of the bottom. There's no roots, but there's some of the rhizomes that are coming out of the bottom of it. But yeah, and so the rabbit's foot fern or squirrel's foot fern, you don't have to name that plant. That's cute. Anyway, okay, and so yeah, so I have a couple others that I want to show you that are in my collection that are wonky growers or whatever. And the next one is behind me, fairly new to my collection, and that is my Philodendron tortum. I'm gonna have to get this guy on a trellis or something. She's putting out these really, really large leaves, which I'm happy about, but now she's starting to tilt. So I'm gonna have to get her up on something. As you can see, she is growing in leca, straight leca, and the clear pot with the murky water. I clean this and change this all the time, and it gets back that way. I probably need to cover the outer pot, cover it with an outer pot or whatever, cachepot. But yeah, she does well in leca. She rests on this shelf behind me. Again, fairly new to my collection. I would say maybe 3 to 4 months or so. I think I recently spotlighted this guy on my channel, or maybe on the Sunday, so yeah, the Philodendron tortum. So you notice how all of these plants are wonky, or they're not just like my straightforward guys. So okay guys, so this next plant is my Hoya retusa. And this guy, love the Retusa. Don't know what I'm going to do with the Retusa if she keeps growing like this. I was just checking for water. But this is the Hoya Retusa, guys. Look at this. Now we're at the bottom, right? So full. When I first got this guy, I thought that it was dead or something. And then, so I put two plants, the one that I thought was dead and the new one that they sent me, together. And this, at that time, they were like, matter of fact, I think she might have been spotlighted in the last video about plant growth. But this guy took off. Now, she has not bloomed for me. I don't see any peduncles on her that I can see. She lives in the plant studio. She hangs in this plant basket because there's no other way to hang her. And but yeah, I love the Hoya Retusa. So you don't have to name this plant. Okay, so my next plant that I want to spotlight today is my Hoya Shepherdii. This guy grows very wonky. But guess what I discovered on her? I discovered about 8 peduncles on this guy. She is growing in soil and she probably needs to be up potted. Let's just see. Yeah, she needs to be up potted, and so she's been around since October. Oh, so she's October of 21. I didn't realize that she had been around that long. But yeah, and so she puts out these long trindles, and then at the end, she's got like 2 peduncles on this leaf. Can you see the peduncles here? And then there's one here. Anyway, she has about 8 of them, and they look like they're preparing to bloom. Let's see. Yeah, and then it's amazing because I'm trying to think. I think I cut these off, and when I did that, she pushed out all of these peduncles. But you don't have to name this plant because I know the name of this plant. But yeah, so I again, I've had her since October of last year, and she was just not doing very much, and then all of a sudden, again, I cut these off because they just grow so long, and I didn't have a trellis I still don't have a trellis for her, but I need to get one, and just be really careful with her. She's really dry as well, and I need to water her, but. Yeah, so the Hoya Shepherdii. Okay, guys, and so the next plant that I want to spotlight today is my monkey tail cactus. This guy, love her. Look at how she grows, right? But my concern is, you see how the tips of it are drying out, and I don't know why it's doing that. But she is in a soilless mixture. She has these were very small when I got her, and then she pushed out 3 new, I don't know what you call these, leaves, but she pushed out these 3 this year. You can see the 3 smaller ones, and then these are look at how it grows down and then splits off. So, and then look at that one. See how it's growing a little tip there? But yeah, I love this guy. I do have a smaller one that I had purchased first, and then I was at a different store and I saw a larger one and I really liked it. So I went ahead and purchased this one. But she is growing again in that soilless mix, and she actually rests on the shelf directly behind me. And she's doing well. She's under a grow light as well. Okay, and so the next plant is, this plant is another one of those wonky growers. She is, I have the name on the side of this one. So guess what, guys? You do not have to name this plant. But you could if you want to take a lucky guess. Uh-oh, I almost turned it around and gave it away. But this is I'm going to put it on the screen because I'm going to jack up the name. I already know that. Lycopodium gobelii or something like that. But look at her. Love that, right? And so she is doing well. She's been growing outside on the new sun porch, and she's pushing out some new growth here. But yeah, so she's only been in my collection not even 6 months. 6 months. I got her earlier this summer. I was trying to see if those were drying out. I don't know if they're drying out or if that's something that they do in the wintertime, but I hopefully not. But I love the way she grows. I love that about her. But again, I'll put the name on the screen. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's enough wonky plants for today. And it's enough for you guys to name to keep us busy. And so that concludes this video. Thank you for making it to the end. And please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Also, check me out on Instagram at Jenny Jen the Plant Friend. I post over there most days. I used to be able to say every day, but I can't say that these days. Most days I post over there. So yeah, check me out over there, and I will, guess what? See you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.